Parliament Secretary to the Minister of National Revenue.
Thank you, Monsieur le Président. Let me begin by reassuring the honourable member that our government is addressing the concerns being raised by Canadians surrounding the ongoing COVID-19 outbreak. Just last Thursday, the Deputy Prime Minister convened a new Cabinet Committee on the federal response to the coronavirus, where they discussed in detail the measures taken by the government to limit the spread of the virus in Canada and in the area that I live in, York Region. At the committee meeting, the Minister of Health and Canada's Chief Public Officer, Dr. Theresa Tam, provided an update on the evolving situation and the ongoing collaborative engagement with provinces and territories, as well as our international partners, including the United States, to limit the spread of the virus. If I may do so, I'd like to, as a Canadian of Italian heritage, I do wish to express my thoughts and sympathies with the ongoing outbreak that is happening back home, where many of my relatives live still, and our prayers that it is controlled and the numbers start coming down in Italy. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The Finance Minister has also provided an update on the impact on the economy of this evolving situation. The impact of COVID-19 on the economy is of concern. I understand, and so do my colleagues, the challenges many companies and Canadians face, including those in Vaughan Woodbridge. I would like to say, Mr. Speaker, I will be splitting my time for the honourable member and the esteemed colleague and friend from Kingston and the Islands. I want to assure honourable members, Canadians and my residents, that we have a sound fiscal and economic track record, and we will remain ready to respond to whatever may come our way. En 2015, nous avons proposé un plan consistant à investir dans le Canadien et renforcer la classe moyenne. Et ce plan a fonctionné. Le Canada est bien placé pour relever ces défis. Tout au long des 4 dernières années et demie, le plan de notre gouvernement était clair. Investir dans la classe moyenne et aider les gens qui travaillent fort pour en faire partie. L'économie du Canada est saine et le Canada devrait se classer cette année au 12e rang des pays du groupe des 7 au chapitre de la croissance économique. Nous sommes convaincus que tous les Canadiens doivent profiter des succès économiques du pays. Et c'est la raison pour laquelle nous travaillons à faire croître l'économie d'une façon qui sera avantageuse pour tous les Canadiens. Réduire les impôts des familles de classe moyenne et de ceux qui ont le plus besoin d'aide. L'exception des plus riches n'est que la première étape de notre nouveau mandat. De plus, nous ferons en sorte que les gens puissent poursuivre leurs études plus facilement, s'acheter leur première habitation et avoir accès aux services de garde pour leurs enfants. Dans le cadre de notre mandat antérieur, nous avons réduit la pauvreté dans l'ensemble du pays. Yes, we've reduced poverty. We've lifted 1 million Canadians out of poverty. Et nous poursuivrons nos investissements cruciaux, notamment en ce qui concerne le logement abordable. Nous aiderons les travailleurs à entrer sur le marché du travail, à développer leurs compétences, et à passer d'un emploi à un autre. Cela s'inscrit dans le plan responsable de notre gouvernement constant à bâtir une économie moderne, vigoureuse et en croissance. Nous nous appuierons sur les progrès des 4 dernières années et continuerons à changer véritablement la vie des Canadiens aujourd'hui et pour l'avenir. Mais nous savons qu'il y a encore beaucoup de travail à faire, Monsieur le Président, et ce travail commence pour appuyer l'investissement des entreprises. Mr. Speaker, our government knows that small business is a key driver of Canada's economy, accounting for 70% of all private sector jobs. In the city of Vaughan, the city I'm proud to live and call home, where I'm raising our family with my wife, there are over 12,000 small businesses, and entrepreneurial spirit is strong and second to none. These very small businesses play a supporting role in the resource sector, supplying goods and services to larger resource companies. In support of my hardworking small business owners in Vaughan Woodbridge and all of those across Canada from coast to coast to coast, the government reduced the small business tax rate as of January 18, 2018 to 10%, and then reduced it to 9% as of January 2019. I believe, Mr. Speaker, if you'll check, that is $7,500 in lower taxes for small businesses across Canada. Individual businesses. In addition, in the 2018 Fall Economic Statement, our government introduced 3 changes to Canada's tax system to attract investment and build the business confidence we need to succeed. This including allow businesses to immediately write off the full cost of specified clean energy equipment to spur new investments and the adoption of advanced clean technologies in the Canadian economy. It also included allowing businesses to immediately write off the full cost of machinery and equipment used for the manufacturing or processing of goods. Our government also introduced the Accelerated Investment Incentive, which allow businesses of all sizes in all sectors of the economy to write off a larger share of the cost of the newly acquired assets in the year the investment is made. Taken together, the incentives make it more attractive for businesses to invest in assets that help drive business growth, thereby freeing up capital that businesses can use to create more good, well-paying jobs for Canadians and those hardworking residents in my riding of Vaughan Woodbridge. Au-delà du régime fiscal, le gouvernement a fait davantage pour renforcer ses investissements dans les principaux moteurs de croissance économique en instaurant de nouvelles mesures qui augmenteront la confiance envers le Canada et qui favoriseront les investissements. Dans le budget 2018, le gouvernement a souligné son engagement à l'égard d'un programme de réforme de la réglementation, y compris les examens du régime de réglementation fédéraux. Dans le cadre de ces examens, nous avons examiné ce qui fonctionne et ce qui ne fonctionne pas. Nous avons renforcé cet engagement et annonçons l'examen des lois pour déterminer s'il existe des possibilités de moderniser les mandats du ministère chargé de la réglementation afin d'intégrer davantage l'importance et de l'efficacité réglementaire de la croissance économique, ainsi qu'en déposant un projet de loi sur la modernisation annulée visant à autoriser l'élimination des exigences réglementaires des unités ou redondantes et permettre la mise à jour des règlements. Grâce à de telles mesures, notre gouvernement a adopté une approche proactive en voie d'aider les entreprises canadiennes à croître et à être concurrentielles et en réduisant les obstacles au pays et à l'étranger. Mr. Speaker, even with the concerns surrounding COVID-19 outbreak, Canada is well positioned to continue to prosper from our unique strengths and advantages. I did work at a bond rating agency for many years. Canada's AAA credit rating across the board is solid, and our financial flexibility, according to the Parliamentary Budget Officer, is sound. We are going in the right direction in our country. Our foundation is strong, and being a son of a carpenter and a roofer, I can surely say that our roof is sound as well. We are building an international competitive environment for Canadian businesses, one that attracts investment, contributes to our economic growth, and creates jobs that support our families and communities, such as those in Vaughan Woodbridge. At the same time, our government is maintaining our steadfast commitment to a fair and inclusive society in which all Canadians can contribute to and benefit from. A strong and growing economy, economic growth must be for the benefit of all Canadians, not just the few. It must be inclusive, Mr. Speaker. We believe that our goals not only a competitive economy, but also a fair and inclusive economy are fully complementary. They reinforce and strengthen one another. Giving people the chance to succeed isn't just the right thing to do, it's the smart thing to do for the economy, for Canadians and for my residents of Vaughan Woodbridge. Merci beaucoup, Monsieur le Président.